Business, ladies and gentlemen. The sport that everyone's been talking about lately, okay? But how do we compete against the big boys, okay? In this internet environment, where anything's possible, where the underdog can smack the big dog in the face, how do we actually win? Well, I'll be giving you 3 lessons on how to become a high-performance, world-class player. In business, well, business-wise, obviously. Okay? Let's frickin' do this. Lesson number 1, ladies and gentlemen, and that's finding a mentor. If you want to be a world-class performer, if you want to grab the competition by the genitals, okay, you need to be able to have that person behind you, that mentor, right? What a mentor is, and let me make this clear. What a mentor is, ladies and gentlemen, is a person that helps you out on your journey, okay? It's a person that has been it eats, breathes, and shits business, okay? It's their life, it's their livelihood, it's in their blood, and lastly, it's how they get their paycheck at the end of the day. It's what they do with their lives every single day, alright? That's a true mentor, where you're actually learning from someone that is in the industry and not from a teacher. Now, the difference between a mentor and a teacher is a mentor starts from the ground up, okay? He teaches you, or he or she teaches you in a very, very passionate way, and it's hard not to get very, very hard not to feel inspired by that. Because what a teacher is a person with degrees that teaches from the textbook, and most teachers unfortunately do not have a passion for their subjects because they're just not supposed to be teaching, right? They're in the rat race, basically. That's what it's called, where you get a job and you work your way up that company's ladder until you get the best paycheck you can. Okay, that's what most teachers are. That's where most teachers are in their lives. But have they created businesses? No. Do they have any actual experience? Do they actually really understand what they're talking about? No. Because they haven't applied any of the skills. Okay? Implementation is key, ladies and gentlemen. You want to have someone that teaches you, that has implemented and has become successful. I mean, think about it. Would you rather be taught someone with degrees or someone with billions in the bank? Piece of paper, money. A piece of paper, contacts. A piece of paper, valuable lessons. A piece of paper, support. Who would you rather choose? Unfortunately, and this is why I think the school system is in trouble, is that a lot of kids are waking up to this realization of, oh shit, we can't just go to college anymore and get the job of our dreams. That's just not how this works. That's not how this world works anymore, okay? If we want to get anywhere in life, we need to learn from the best. We need to create a name for ourselves. We need to create a brand. The reason why the reason why any very, very successful person is successful is because of their contacts, right? There's a reason why billionaires know other billionaires, multi-millionaires know billionaires and multi-millionaires, millionaires know millionaires. They all know each other. Why? Because they all helped each other to get where they are. Okay? So if you can get in contact with your idol, work for him for free, have that humble attitude, work for him for free, give him your just value upon value, right? And actually build a relationship with that successful person. He will teach you, and he'll teach you lessons that will save you so much time. Let's not even get into the money. So much time. And he will help you build your business. You won't even need business consulting. He'll be your personal billionaire consultant. I mean, who would not want that? So how do you get that? like I said, you work for free. You work for free. Everyone's got it confused where they want to take. Like, you know, I can work for you, but how much am I going to get paid? I can work for you, but how much? What are the benefits? It's like a taking mentality, right? Like business. Imagine how many people DM or phone Richard Branson, which is a billionaire, by the way. Phone Richard Branson and ask him for funding in their business. Imagine how many people do it. Imagine how many people phone up Richard Branson and ask, "Can you please be a shareholder in my company?" Why don't people understand that is not going to get Richard Branson's attention whatsoever? But let's give the same scenario. You go into your Instagram, you DM Richard Branson and say, "Look, Richard, I know you're working on a lot of projects at the moment. I got a lot of free time. I really look up to you, and I just want to give you my time. What can I do to help you to achieve your goals within your different projects?" You know, so that's roughly like the idea, right? Don't say that word for word because it's not the best, because it was just off the top of my head. But do you see the difference? It's not a take, it's a give. Give him your free time. You know, you're working with Richard Branson. Any kind of conversation with Richard Branson is worth over $10,000, even more. People are dying to talk to this man. It's worth so much money. And you're getting it for free because you're working for free. And can you imagine how many influential people are just in his company besides Richard Branson? I mean, Virgin is an insane company with insanely talented people working in every sector that they've crushed it in, right? Can you imagine the amount of information that you can get from just working for free? It will pay you back tenfold, ladies and gentlemen. So have that giving mentality. Be humble, like I said in my Instagram post from Kendrick Lamar. It's so crucial. Be humble. Give, and then ask. Okay? Not take. Give, ask. There's a difference. There's a big difference. But Richard is so much more likely to give you what you want if you have provided him so much value in the beginning and just completely been an aid, his right-hand man. Can you imagine? Let's go to lesson number 2, ladies and gentlemen. You are not a loser if you lose, or a winner if you win. You are the chess player. By the art of learning. Okay. Now this quote really changed the way I see high performers. When the high performers know, okay, that it's not about the fame, the money, the glory, the success, but it's also not about the losing, the shit that people take, the shit that people give you, the disappointment, okay, disappointing your family, disappointing everybody else, okay. It's not about those highs and lows. It's about the game. The game is the key, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's thinking about how much money they're gonna make when they become an entrepreneur. They think about how happy they're gonna be when they have all this money. But they don't understand that when they come into the game with that kind of mentality, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. Because it's not about the money. It's not about the success. It's not about the failure. It's about the game. It's about enjoying the process, ladies and gentlemen. It's the climb. It's the climb. Okay? I love what I do, even though I am making shit money right now. All my money is going into the business. I don't even have a smidgen. I hardly ever waste my money on stupid shit. It always goes straight into the business. Why? Because I know that's what's going to make it successful. A business needs all the money it can get to thrive and grow. Okay? It's not about I'm not working for the money here. You know, I wouldn't even start making any money if I came into the game like that. It's so hard to get customers because people can tell when you're in it for the money. You don't really want to help that person. You don't really want to solve their problems as an entrepreneur. You want something from them. You want to take. And what did I say a couple minutes ago? It's about giving. It's about giving your product. It's about improving people's lives. It's not about taking. It's not about money. It's about the process. Okay? And Sebastian is my witness to this. He can literally phone me in the middle of the night and I'll pick up the call. I'll pick up the call. Why? Because he can have an idea that he just thought of, and if he's phoning me in the middle of the night, it's important. He can have an idea which he just thought of that can completely change and improve our podcast business for the better. That is worth me getting up, right? That's why I'm so passionate about what I do. It's not about how much money I make, you know. Yeah, otherwise I'm definitely not getting up in the middle of the night about my Afrikaans homework. I'll tell you that much. Not doing that. But I'll get up any time of the day to work on my business. And therefore you can tell, and I don't want to make this about me, but I just want to prove a point here as to what that looks like, enjoying your process, right? It's not about that Fortnite win, right? Everyone wants to be a pro gamer, so which is why I'm making this comparison. If you love winning, if it's all about the win for you, you're not going to get very far. It's about the Fortnite game. It's about working with if you're playing squads, it's about working with your team, you know? It's about communicating effectively, right? It's about enjoying the game. It's about adapting to what, I don't know, it depends where you drop, but yeah, it's adapting to your environment, right? That's a real Fortnite game. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, okay? If you rage when you lose and you're really happy when you win, that means that you are judging yourself based on your results. And in the long term, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You need to take the feedback that you get from failure, right? And you need to take success with a pinch of salt. Doesn't matter what you did yesterday, the day before, in your past. Doesn't matter about your successes or your failures in the past. Every day you wake up, you gotta work, you gotta grind, you gotta enjoy the process, enjoy the game. Okay, that's what you gotta do, and that's what a high performer does. And obviously, you gotta be humble as fuck as well. Like honestly, if you were arrogant as hell, and you were on the top of your game, let's say you reached success, you were the top of the game, and you were arrogant, and someone comes into the Fortnite game and smacks you in the face with their big what are that pickaxe or diamond pickaxe, their Minecraft pickaxe. Someone does that, people will freaking laugh at you. And it's the same in business. If you reach success, if you become that millionaire, and if you reached that point, okay, and for some reason you make one wrong move, you make one wrong decision, and you lose everything. If you were arrogant in that period of time where you were successful, no one's gonna help you back up, man. No one's gonna help you. But if you were humble, if you really enjoyed your process, you were humble as hell, and you realized it wasn't about me, but it was about the amazing team around us. We did this together, right? And it's not even about your team, it's about the people that it impacted, the product that you created impacted all these people's lives. That's what it's about. When you realize that, you'll be humble, because it's not about you. But if you are arrogant in that period of time, no one's going to help you up. But if you are humble, people will gladly help you back up, gladly start funding your business, gladly, that's why Marvel stayed around. Marvel was a dying comic book brand, okay? A dying comic book brand. Comic book brand. And yet they were able to pull up their socks, and literally Marvel exchanged CEOs like there was no tomorrow. The company was then owned by the next guy, and then bought by the next guy, and bought by the next guy, and then eventually someone got the great idea, oh frick, we need to make a movie here, comic books are dead. And as soon as they made the movie, Marvel was bought by Disney, and then the rest is history. I mean, Marvel is a billion-dollar brand with a universe that everybody loves. And you see, when you make that, but if Marvel was arrogant as hell, no one would be willing to pay to help that company out when they were on the verge of bankruptcy. They would have Marvel would have died. But because they were humble, people started putting in money, donating money, buying their characters or whatever they needed to do in order to gain that money, right? The people decided to do that because they saw the potential. They saw the drive in the company's CEOs. And that's what made them successful. Lesson number 3, ladies and gentlemen, that is relaxing time. Everybody's talking about hustling, right? Everyone's saying, oh, you gotta grind, bro. You gotta freaking grind. And that's true. You gotta grind to get to success. Any form of success, you need to grind. But that relaxation period is crucial to the quality of your work, to the quality of your grind. Think about it this way. You're stressed. You've been working your ass off for the entire week. You need at least a 3-day break, right? If you continue to work even though you need a rest, what is that going to do to the quality of your product? What is that going to do to the culture of your brand? People are going to see you burning out, and other people are going to start burning out around you. Okay? It's 100% crucial that you take relaxation time. And the brain has a funny way of working. If you're really passionate about what you do, and you actually focus on something else for a couple of days, like reading, playing golf, or whatever you spend your time relaxing on, brain has a very, very funny way of figuring out problems while you're playing golf or reading, or you just have that light bulb moment. Literally, that's where that comes from. You have that light bulb moment where it's just like, you've been thinking about this problem for ages, and because you were so fixated on it, you just couldn't figure it out. But because you did something else, it just came to you. Very, very interesting. And so, taking that relaxation time, okay, to really recharge, and to really to make sure that your product stays in the same quality that it is crucial. I encourage you, take and that's what every world-class performer does. Okay, every world-class performer takes breaks. It is crucial. Even as I know a lot of people say hustle, you gotta hustle every single day of your life. I'm telling you right now, that's a beginner entrepreneurial mind. You gotta have that resting period, because it's all about the quality at the end of the day. All about the quality. If you want to reach more people, if you want more people to see your content, yeah, it's about how much content you pump out. But you also have to have that quality so people stick around. It's no use in attracting all these people to your content and then providing them with shit content in the next couple weeks because you refuse to take a relaxation period. Come on, man. Relax. You know? Just because you're passionate doesn't mean that you have to go through hell every single day because you refuse to relax. It's so important. It's how our brain works, okay? We can't, no matter how much pressure that we put ourselves under, right? No matter how much pressure that we think we can work under, you need that break. And every successful person takes that break. And so how can you become successful if you do not take that break? Okay? There's one of the main regrets that a lot of big entrepreneurs have is that they said when they were grinding when they were younger, they wish they took more breaks. They wish they took more breaks, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the key. Grinding is good, but breaks will make you successful. Let's take a recap, ladies and gentlemen. Becoming a world-class performer means finding a mentor, because a teacher just ain't gonna cut it. They do not have $1 million in the bank, and therefore they can't help you create $1 million in the bank. Okay? You don't let results affect your mindset, but rather your technique in achieving success. Okay? Very, very important. Whether you win, whether you lose, doesn't matter. You are the chess player. Ponder on that, ladies and gentlemen. Lastly of all, have relaxing time. And I just talked about this, so I won't get into it, but have relaxing time. It's crucial. Every single successful person does it. Relax. Okay, cool? Okay, cool. Most of this information in this podcast came from a book called The Art of Learning. I absolutely, this book has completely changed the way I see high performers, successful people. If you want a more in-depth look as to what the habits are of successful people, as to what the mindsets are from successful people, click the link in the description. There's a link to the book on Amazon. I really, really hope to see you guys learning and growing. Think rich, ladies and gentlemen. Think rich. I'll see you on the other side.